My village was not to be trusted. And I learned from a very young age that there are a lot of people that try and come into our lives for wrong reasons. And so that shaped this way that I view influencers. Now, the world today wants us to believe that it's more, it's about quantity. Okay, more followers, more likes, more friends, more frequent contact with all of these connections. And I couldn't disagree more. I think it is not about quantity, it's about quality. And I learned now, let's keep in mind, Heather grew up in a really sports heavy environment amid all brothers. So this is my metaphor. I think we need 3 people as influencers. 3. We need coaches, we need teammates, and we need fans. And that is it. Those are all the people that you need in your life. And who's in control of that? You are. You are in 100% control of who influences you as a coach, a teammate, or a fan. And if they don't occupy one of those roles, keep them as an acquaintance, but don't put them on your team and don't listen to them as an influencer. It's worth mentioning one other person, and that's your critics. You cannot avoid them. Especially if you're on the right track, you'll have more. Let them humble you, let them toughen you. Do not put them on your team. Coaches, teammates, and fans. No, I love this question. And I love the village. And I think I said before, keep them as acquaintances. The village mentality is great. Keep the t-shirt, Dr. Paul, don't burn it. It's great. But when it comes to who you allow to influence your daily decisions, that's when coaches, teammates, and fans comes into play. And keep in mind that one person might occupy a different role given different circumstances. So my husband and I have this verbiage down, right? So I will tell him, I need a fan right now, not a coach, right? And this is the best advice you're going to get all day. You're welcome for that little marital nugget. If you have a partner, teach them these two. And some days I ask him, last night, Kelly, I need you to coach me. And then I put myself in this frame of mind to be coached, and I've invited him into that space. Like I said, it's a privileged role. Please don't just don't coach people that aren't asking for it. Okay. That makes you a jerk. Nobody wants to be that. Be a fan without people asking for it, but recognize the privilege it is. And don't cut people out of your life because they're a bad teammate. If they're a good coach, don't cut them out if they're a bad fan. Just allow people to occupy that space at that circumstance, and just put a little label on it. Don't label them forever. You can have one person that, like I said with my husband, he can be all 3. And I just have to identify which one he's being at any given time. And that's a gold mine. Treasure that person and let them know. Is there any one role that's more important than another, coach, teammate, or fan? Is any one the most important? There is one that's more important than the other. It depends on the person and the time. And it's your job to know what role you need to occupy at that one time with that one person. That's what parenthood is. Sure. And please, anyone else, chime in. Think about, I'm going to go back to the sports analogy, but think about where they are. I think that's the biggest differentiator for me is their proximity. Fans are removed. They may not know the intricacies of your situation. They don't know what it is you're going through necessarily. They don't see you like a teammate does. A teammate is in the trenches. But fans accept you regardless of that. So teammates see you completely, fans accept you completely. And a good teammate and a good coach really should be your biggest fans. So you can see it's tiered a little bit. But not all fans are going to be good teammates. Most of them won't. You talk about skill sets. We need skill sets in order to accept what they're offering. So let me just give you a couple. For a coach, you need to be willing and you need to be humble. You could have the best coach in the world. They're only half the equation. You're the other half. You have to have willingness and humility in order to maximize the benefit of having a good coach. So here's another differentiator. Willing and humble for a coach. For a teammate, you have to be vulnerable. I mentioned that. You have to be vulnerable and you have to trust them. That can be difficult. Sometimes, a lot of the time, your best teammates will see you better than you see yourself. Sorry to say it, you have to trust that perspective. And then for fans, what you need to do is believe them. That's it.